Hey there, everyone. Turn this down a little bit. This morning show from the guys who play games, back with some more Duncan Country 2 Barrel Axe. Axe are the barrels. I'm a little out of it because I just ate, and therefore I'm now full, bloated, tired, sleepy, want to go to sleep, tired, go to bed, tired, sleepy. I don't know. I can't think of any other words. But I have a great opportunity to record, so we're just gonna go in and record me playing this video game that I really like. You know, you may have heard of it. It's called Donkey Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. You know, as opposed to Diddy Kong's Quest. I think I've made fun of that before, but it's kind of funny how many people miss the joke to the point where even the original name of the game was Diddy Kong's Quest before even Rare themselves were like, wait, there's a pun. Kind of one of those funny things. Oh, we didn't get his bananas, so no. Anyways, we got our pity lives, so now as long as I don't die stupidly, we're all good. Man, my screen is fat and big. I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but it's just funny. This is one of those levels that's like, man, Dixie just kind of trashes this level. Oops, I think I just... No, there's another barrel somewhere, right? For some reason, I forgot that, like, there is a point where it's like... Actually, where's the DK barrel? Is the DK coin? Yeah, I was just thinking, like, that's where the DK coin is, right? Like, yeah. There we go. I haven't played in a while, and I'm kind of out of it, you know, if you couldn't tell by the fact that I said I was out of it like 10 trillion times. Anyways, break this wall, and we good. This is the greatest bonus ever. You throw this chest at this bee, I think 5 times. Yep. And it's over. Truly a revolutionary bonus. Do you find it funny that the TNT do, like, I think all clobbers kind of like that, but like they have like a weird range where, like, if you're too high, they like don't really care. Oh, nice! I accidentally did this stupid castle crush glitch again. Was that like the second time during this playthrough? It's kind of funny actually. Anyways, I think you can do this. I mean, you can obviously do this with both Kongs, but it is easier with Diddy because it's just that slightly bit more nimble. I actually don't know if that's even 100% true or not. That might just be some sort of weird, like, placebo. I just think he's faster because I think he's faster. And so I perceive him to be faster because I think he is in fact faster, so I just assume that everything I see is him being slightly faster, you know? You know how that goes? Of course, there's no actual guarantee that's a weird thing. I kind of like how, because of the weird... I don't know, like, because these rope things have so many frames, whenever there's like lag on the screen, they like they're very choppy, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Like that happens to basically everything in this game, but it's very noticeable with the ghost ropes because they have so many like frames that go into them disappearing. I'm gonna get this coin just cause why not? Ooh, that was close. That could have been bad. Nice. I imagine dying at the end of the level, you know. Who's ever heard of such a thing? Anyways, we're going to play everyone's favorite level, Haunted Hall. And it's kind of funny, because, like, this level is, like, weird because, well, I shouldn't say it's weird. It's a good level, but, like, the BARRALAX code basically doesn't even really, like, affect this level at all because of the structure. It's like, there's this first part. If I get hit here, like... The only thing that's going to hit me is going to be Cackle, right? And right after this first part is 2 bonuses. So if I get hit here, I would just get my Kongs back in the bonus. And like, yeah, you can, you know, not do the bonus, but most people are going to do the bonus. These are easy bonuses to get. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to not get the bonus. That's all I'm saying, you know? Can I say how much I love this bonus? Like, I probably mentioned this surely a lot of times, but it's such a great... I love that it's like fits into the actual theming of the level, where like you go back out the entrance backwards like that, and it even continues where you go back out into this bonus. Like this game has so many fun little things like that. Like I love that they fuck around with shit so much. Like they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna have 2 bonuses right next to each other too. And the joke is that you have to realize that you can jump on the roof of the first bonus, even though there's no train tracks there. It's just one of the many things that's very charming about this game's design. That they're not at all afraid to mess with shit. Anyways, yeah, you do that thing, and now you got this part, which is basically the same thing. If you get hit, if you run out of time here, like, it's easy to miss. If you miss, like, one of the big barrels, I guess, like one of the ones that give you, like, 6 seconds, you could get hit here. But, like, even if you do, like, you'll get enough time from getting hit that there's no way you're going to get hit again. And then there's a midpoint. So now if I die, I just go back to the midpoint. So dying, getting hit again doesn't really matter. And then you have this part, which is kind of the same thing. This one's a little trickier, obviously, because, like, I think it's, like, pretty much, like, you hit 2 barrels, you're going to get smackered by Cackle. But for the most part, it's not too bad. And then if you get hit here, well, now there's this part. Of course, I actually missed it, wow. Hey, I didn't get hit there. That's cool. It's like the hardest jumps in the game. I always bring that up. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to die. Because I kind of want that bonus. To be fair, that bonus, the jump to that bonus is probably like the hardest jump of the whole level. Like, it's kind of funny, like all the hard parts of the game are like kind of pumped into one tiny area. Like the 2 zinger jumps and the jump to the bonus are both very tricky, like jumps, and it's like obviously if you miss the jump, you kind of don't have a choice. You just kind of have to either die or restart the level. And I would prefer to restart the level, because either way, you know. Like, I know I said that those zinger jumps are hard before, but like I'm pretty sure I've also mentioned, like, in the Japanese version of the game, they literally removed one of the zingers, because they're like, this is too hard, it's just 1 zinger now. You know what I mean? Like, they literally, like, have the difficulty. Well, maybe not have the difficulties right away, but you know what I mean? Like, there's half as many obstacles. Because they got rid of one of the 2 zingers there, right? Obviously, there's this zinger, but this one's not as bad, because you're moving faster. That's the thing that makes those zinger jumps hard, is because you're going up to them, which actually slows your cart down. Because that's like an actual thing with the cart. Like, you can obviously tell, like, I'm moving much slower right now until I go down a slope. Right? And if I get hit here, well, it's the end of the level, who cares? And unlike with the other 2 minecart levels, skull cart levels, there's no, like, you need both Kongs to get the thing. It's just, no, just jump on the thing here. I mean, I just got 1,000,000 coins because I died, so we're just gonna get the life. Just in case. I got everything right, yeah. Everyone's favorite windy level. Oops. Yeah, I'll have 7 coins already. Like, that's more than enough. Because you only really need the 2 for funky. And then I guess extras for extra saving. But I'm not generally going to be saving. So it's not a big deal. Man, remember when I shat on Rip Curl Reef from Donkey Kong Country 3 GBA? For the wind? And you're like, this level does it fine. Because, well, for one thing, because it's not... Oh, wow! That was an interesting interaction. But, you know, there's a very obvious difference. Like, even though you can't you can't strictly see exactly where the wind is going to go and which direction it's going to go, but you can kind of tell generally from the level design. It kind of gives you some, like, you know, environmental hints. Like, you can always tell, like, oh, banana, guess there's going to be a wind here. And, like, usually, like, they give you a bit of, like, warm-up. Also, you know, the wind doesn't, like, blow you into an enemy that's undodgeable and unkillable instantly the second the wind starts. So, like, you know, that also helps. Ah! Doing it like that is so hard. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. We'll just get the midpoint, die, and I should just be able to float back to get the bonus. Pretty sure that's fine. Because the wind is even blowing to the left here. So let's just wait for this guy. I'm actually gonna have to kill him because he's shooting too fast. Because the cannonballs don't despawn. They're not, baseballs like in Mario. They don't disappear the very instant they move off the side of the screen. At least the side of the screen that they're moving towards, because that's always a fun thing about baseballs, is that if you move... Oi! I forgot! This bonus is actually kind of weird without Rattly, because normally with Rattly, you just kind of jump off one dude and then you're at the end, but... Kind of make it tricky. But yeah, like baseballs in Mario World don't despawn off the side of the screen that they're moving against. So like if a baseball is moving to the left and you scroll it way off to the right, it's still there. It doesn't despawn until it actually hits the left, which is kind of a cool thing. I actually wonder if there's ever been anyone ROM hack in Mario World who's made heavy use of that as like an actual mechanic of the level, where they just have a bunch of baseball dudes to like left the screen and kind of force you to run from them. Oh right, I was about to throw this cannonball. Oh! I was about to throw that cannonball. Instead, I threw myself into the hole. Cause I never wait there. But I was just kind of talking. I totally forgot this level is actually, it's like a lot of levels in this game. It kind of is a lot easier if you just kind of go for it instead of like taking your time. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. That is a bit of a tricky situation. I think I might actually have just boned myself again. Well, that's not true. I'm pretty sure I can get this ball up here. There you go. Easy peasy. Alright, so like the trick is don't wait. It's like just run. Because the funny thing is, the same thing here. If you wait, the wind stops blowing. It's just, you can make the jump even when the wind is blowing. It's just harder. And since apparently I'm like either a pro gamer or I'm just impatient. Even as a kid, I never actually knew the wind stopped in places like that. So I just got used to making the hard jumps without realizing there was a much easier way. Sometimes I wonder if that's kind of why I'm good at this game, is because I'm an idiot. Or at least I mean, that's still applicable now. Once an idiot, always an idiot, right? As they say. I'm sure that's a saying. Anyways, now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the level, where you're Dixie and you can just kind of ignore the gimmick by just doing this. Oh yeah, it's funny that like you're supposed to roll jump at this, but you can also just do that. Partner privilege, right? That's why you should get married, people. So you can throw your spouse into the fucking abyss and they can collect money for you and just come back to you free of charge. Alright, now for everyone's favorite part, where you just kind of fly across. Like, the DK coin's there, so it's almost like they kind of want you to do. It's like, look at this. Is that barrel coming still? Hey, it's a baseball! I kind of remembered it being the case, but it's just funny. Is this the level where there's something at the end? I think it's Web Woods, right? Yeah, so there's nothing there. I mean, I guess there's no need for the money, so I guess I'll get the life. And yeah, Funky's still not here. It's kind of funny because at like the end of the world. It's kind of around the time when they like to do that, so. Oh, I forgot about the DK coin. I was just like, I'm gonna have fun. I wonder how much I'm gonna try to cheese this level. This is one of those levels where it's like, because Dixie also has the same mechanic of slowly floating, you can do a lot of funky stuff. Because Dixie doesn't go down, like the thing with, I think surely I talked about this, but it's worth mentioning again that Dixie can't control her speed at all, unlike Quawks here, or Purple Squawks, whatever you want to call them. So she doesn't have that, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like that, versatility, because Squawks can go slow and Squawks can go fast, but the fact that she can float also means you can go down without a, for certain tight spots. Like, basically, the tighter the fit, the more useful Dixie becomes. Because being able to basically like, because she's half the size, right, you can fit into much tighter spaces that, even though Quox can potentially move much slower, there are some spaces he just simply cannot fit in that Dixie can. Or, at the very least, as far as this level is concerned, there's some spots that are just very, very tight for Mr. Purple Man, whereas Dixie can squeeze them just fine. So it kind of becomes a case of make good use of that. Like here, for example, where I can just kind of do like this. Now I don't have any more of the ability to, you know, cheat and slow down, but also I feel like a lot of the time this is just easier, because most of the time you don't really need to squeeze yourself into, like, it's kind of funny, like, Dixie becomes better relative, but her actual abilities aren't really affected by that at all. Like, the only thing that changes is that Purple Quox becomes worse as it becomes a tighter fit. Because a lot of the time it's just do this, you know, like, this is so much easier. And like, even though she's not as slow, the fact that, you know, it doesn't really matter, because being able to consistently move, you know, doesn't, you know, kind of helps with that. But that's the kind of spot where it actually does help to be Squawks, because those sections where it's just a pair of zingers moving back and forth, like, being able to control your speed is actually helpful for that, because otherwise you kind of just have to know where to go, like, ahead of time. Which isn't impossible, but, you know, you gotta be careful. I almost sniped that guy. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-boo-boo. Because yeah, this is not an easy level. It's funny that, like, Squawks gets all the hard levels in this game, I swear. Yeah, screw the coin. I literally don't need them, so. Plus, you can kind of do this and cheat one of them anyways. Oh, man, those guys just barely didn't get me there. Like, that is like, how you put it, like, you clench your butt and you cringe your teeth, you know. It is not, it is tight fit. You squeeze on in there. I'm just gonna do this. Screw you guys. And this doesn't even really matter because for the BARRALAX code, because if I got hit here, I'd die anyways, so what does it matter? I guess oh no! Well, I have no choice. The power of momentum has destroyed me. Go that way, because the bee's butt is too big. Right, that's something you always want to keep in mind. The bees have big-ass butts, so you always want to be ready to compensate for that. Alright, well, I ended up having to do the hard last part of the level without Dixie anyways. It's kind of funny. I guess I'll take the life. At this point, it's basically just, well, I don't need money, so I might as well just take the life. I'm drinking me a big jumbo Slurpee. Yum yum. I kind of forgot. Like, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like this world just has a lot of banana coins in it. I kind of forgot. Alright, let's buy Funky before we forget. There we go. Time for everyone's favorite level, Web Woods. This is like the longest level in the game, pretty much. Because not only does it have like a decently, like, has this big open start, and then the actual Squidder part is just really long. And it's going to be one of those levels where BARRALAX is going to matter. Hey, did you know you can do that to those guys? I swear some people just never learn that, like, the green dudes can be made to have their swords stuck for a long time. You just have to combo them, basically. And as long as you're standing close to them, enough to them that those immediately swing at you again, they'll get stuck. This part's really weird to me, by the way. Can I just say, like, so, like, you can toss up here very easily. Like, I don't know if this is intended, because right over here above the entrance to Squidder's part, there's this barrel that shoots you up here too. So, like, I have no idea if that's intended, if, like, which one's expected and which one's, like, or if they're both, like, intended and it's just kind of a weird thing that they did. I don't know, it's weird. But regardless, we're gonna have some fun with our spider friend. I'm gonna mostly not bother grabbing shit. So it's happening again. For some, I don't know what is this weird phantom memory I have, where the DK coin in this level is like low down near one of the cannon parts, where there's like this dude, one of these dudes, like crooks and cannons up above you. They have to like climb up to and shoot. And I have like a phantom memory that there's a point where it's like you have to drop. There's like, instead of climbing up to them, if you stay low, there's a DK coin like on like a little lip that you can grab. That's like where the DK coin is. But that's not where the DK coin is, because the DK coin's at the end of the level. It's on the stupid targets. But for some reason, I just have this memory. I think it might, honestly, it might, I think there's a ROM hack that does that, right? Maybe it's just like some weird memory I just have stuck in my brain from that. I don't know why that's in my brain, but that's just like replaced. It's just in there permanently. I don't know. It's weird. There you go. Like one of these spots, and there's like a little thing you can jump on to like not die, like a little piece of land. Like basically it'd be like something like this, where like you're climbing up here, but if you go down, there's something, right? Like that's in my brain, but I'm pretty sure there's never anything down any of these like little pits. Like I'll even double check. Like no, there's nothing here. The camera doesn't scroll. There's no one. This game almost never has invisible items like DKC 3, so. You wouldn't say, like, this would be a cool one, because, like, it's a pretty far drop here. Like, even the end's down here. But look at this, the camera starts scrolling up to try to kill you. So, that ain't happening. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot a web here, because I always make this mistake. There's a ceiling here, so it's easy to hit that ceiling and just die by accident. Doo-doo. And time for everyone's favorite bonus that you always forget exists. Because I've definitely mentioned this like a bunch of times, but as a kid, these were the last bonuses I ever found, because the idea of using cannons to break the bonus was like unfathomable to me. It's actually like, it's like the game tries its best to tell you too, because there's a freaking left arrow, and he shoots a slow one if you don't kill him, like the instant he shows up on screen. It's just, you know, as a kid I probably did always kill him the instant he shows up on screen, so that didn't even like ring a bell. I just don't think about it, you know, you just kill the dudes, you know? It's kind of like how Manky Kong in Donkey Country 1 can break open bonuses. It's just that, you know, even though he can, that's never actually required, because there's always like a natural barrel to use. It's just, you know, he can if you use them. You can kind of speedrun that bonus by jumping, because it's just that the top of Brambles is always so weird. And sometimes, even though like the top of Brambles don't usually hurt you, sometimes they do. It's like a weird thing. Like sometimes you just kind of get clipped. And I don't like rolling the dice, and I've never really bothered to like really look into exactly which parts hurt you and how they hurt you, and because I frankly, like, it doesn't matter. But I mean, hey, if you really want to, you know. This is one of those parts that like seems hard, but it's like the solution is just go with the bee, and then also hang out in the middle. Man, these guys' hitbox is so weird. I don't know why their hitbox is so like borked. Like, did you see that? The web literally went through him upward, and then it like hit his head. Or, like it hit like the back of his head or something. Like, that was just weird. Oh, don't do that! Holy shit! Don't kill this guy. Like hell, I want to replay this part of the level. The midpoint's so lopsided too. That would have sucked. Like the midpoint's like a third into the level. Alright, anyways, give me the cash. And I guess for this bonus, they're just like, eh, these bonuses are kind of very specific to find, so we're just going to give you a super easy rare logo to collect and call it a day. I do find it funny that because Squid is so short, this guy is literally like a zero threat unless you jump into his thing. You literally have to let him hurt you. And one last little jump, and here we go, we're at the end of the level. So let me do... What? I did not press L, game. I literally did not. It just... Sometimes the webs are so fucking weird. I don't get these web platforms. Why do they uncurl randomly? I literally didn't push any buttons, and it just decided that you're gonna curl up anyways. Anyways. Whew! The timing isn't that strict, but it's still like, it always gets me. It's like, I don't remember how long it is. It's like 10 frames or something. Like, it's not that strict, but it's strict enough that it's easy to just accidentally mess it up and have to replay the whole damn level again. And it definitely sucks to have that happen, but I mean, you know. They must have done that on purpose, right? Like, they made the longest level and they're just like, alright, we're gonna put the DK coin literally at the end on, like, just like a timing one-time chance thing. Well, not chance, but you know what I mean. A one-time timing thing. And if you mess it up, have fun replaying the whole level, sucker. I think you can grab this rope from down here. Yeah, you can. I just really felt like showing that off. Whoa! I guess technically this is the only boss fight that's, other than K. Rool, that's actually affected by this code, because you don't get the extra DK barrel there. I'm not even sure why they give you that DK barrel. Like, this boss isn't particularly, like, difficult. Not enough that I think he needs an extra hit, anyways. Like, I guess because it's a bit more involved, but, like, it's still, like... This is the one part that's actually a little tricky right here. Because you have to kind of deal with this stuff while also, like, avoiding the sideways eggs. The sideways eggs can trip you up when they happen right as you're, like, going up to, like, the top layer. And, like, also have to deal with the top rope, basically. Oh! Anyways. Yeah, that was a boss fight. Dixie's gonna do the moonwalk. I don't know why the Kong breaks sometimes. I think it's like just something with like where you're standing, what you're standing on. Because I swear that always happens in that spot. Sometimes they're fine, but sometimes maybe it's just, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, we're gonna call it here. Like I said, I'm gonna keep everything as like a one-parter, one-worlder. I might do Screech's sprint in the final boss fight as part of the next world too. Since K. Rool's Keep doesn't actually have a boss technically, but we'll see. I caught them trapped in the sword class. Yeah, that's probably is what I'm gonna do, because otherwise I would have to pair it up with the Lost World, because there's no way I'm gonna save that for its own world, because that'll be like a 10-minute video. I'm too good at this game, you know. Let me just wipe my nose like an asshole. But yeah, anyways, that'll be it for this part. See you guys later.